guess we go live on the others. Facebook. Let me see. Live of it. Okay. Hello, everybody on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome to Goddess Lounge 2020, episode 10. Episode 10. Thank everyone for watching, following, subscribing, and sharing our podcast. I am Stacey Love of Love Yourself Nutrition Coaching. And this is
I am Hope Chastity, known online as Holistic Gals, and I am that goddess. I'm a herbalist, I'm a healer, nurturer, I'm a Renaissance woman, and I'm also a proud sponsor of Black Seed Oil. And this is Stacey. Yes. She's a best-selling author of...
I am an author of Nutrition for People with Sickle Cell Disease. I am a survivor of sickle cell disease, and I wrote this book. And I'm a nutrition coach, so I did that. It's available on Amazon. You can also reach out to me at Lovely Goddess 03 on Instagram. I also have a Facebook page, Love Yourself Nutrition Coaching is my Facebook page, so you can reach out to me there, or Stacey Love, or you can DM me on Goddess Lounge 2020. There's so many ways. Or you can email us at goddesslounge2020@gmail.com. So let's get into it. Anything else you want to add to our introduction?
We're going to be talking about cardiovascular disease, which, you know, it's a lot of underlying diseases under that umbrella: heart disease, heart palpitations, hypertension, hypotension, a lot of things like that. And we're going to be discussing those diseases, the physical symptoms, emotional reasons, and spiritual reasons behind it. And we're going to be talking about how Black Seed Oil can help you heal from those disorders. We're also going to talk about other symptoms, other herbs that can help you reverse these deadly diseases that is impacting our community.
Our women community. The stress is causing so much health issues amongst our community and our women. We're going to be addressing that in today's show. So thanks for joining us. Let's get it cracking.
Let's get moving. Yes. All right. So we're going to start out with cardiovascular disease. I guess I want to share a quick story. I feel like within maybe the past year, I've been hearing about a lot of, well, I guess I'm going to say females and males dying from heart disease. Just 2 weeks ago, I had a coworker who was 49 years old. She was having symptoms of vomiting. She went to the hospital. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. They sent her back home. She wasn't feeling well. She ended up passing out. Her children tried to resuscitate her, and they couldn't. So she passed away. Another person passing away from a heart attack. So this heart stuff is real. And it's so much
taking
bigger.
People out. It is. Folks out.
It is. And something has to be done. And we feel like, you know, it's our job to educate everyone on the diseases and how you can overcome them.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just want to add that.
Yeah. Oh, and yesterday was my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Miss Sheila. Our mom share the same name.
So she has transitioned yes. She's transitioned. She is transitioning to a plant-based diet.
Go, Mom.
And I'm so proud of her. She did She said she did like 4 weeks, no meat or something.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
good.
I am like, wow. So it's
She's
so exciting.
serious.
Yes, it's really great. She's in her late 60s, and it's
Mm-hmm.
never too late.
It's never too late.
Never too late to change your life and change your eating habits. And if you need help with that, I can help you because with my clients, I help them transition slowly into a healthy plant-based diet if that's what you prefer. Now, I don't do diets. I do lifestyle changes because a diet is temporary. A lifestyle change is permanent. So I help people to transition to a different eating lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle to avoid these issues that we'll be discussing tonight. So yeah, definitely hit me up on Love Yourself Nutrition Coaching, SMJ Nutrition at smjnutrition@gmail.com. There's so many ways you can hit me up. So definitely contact me. I know it's the new year and people want to, make a new change and plant-based and veganism is like blowing up right now. But when you do that transition, you have to have a coach or someone to help you because there's a lot to it, and we can't just one day just not eat meat anymore. It's a process. It took me about 5-6 years to get to vegan. It took me years. This is not an overnight process, and
give yourself time.
Yeah, and I'm definitely here to help. It's literally what I do. So, yep. So I just want to throw that in there. But my mom, so proud of her, so happy. I told her I would shout her out for her birthday.
Yay, yay, mom!
Right. So we're going to start out with diabetes.
Diabetes or cardiovascular disease?
Oh, cardiovascular?
Yeah, heart disease. Let's start out with heart disease.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people, young people in their 30s that deal with hypertension, that blood pressure.
Yeah.
Is something else.
Yes. All right. So heart disorders. The physical block. So we're reading from a book about the metaphysical reasons behind diseases. So the physical block of heart disorders is the heart acts as a two-way pump for the circulatory system. Its life-giving rhythm regulates the flow of the life force throughout the body. Coronary heart disease is the most common cause of death in North America. I'm going to say that again. Coronary heart disease is the most common cause of death in North America.
United States.
The most common cause of death. That is, think
that's
about
a mouthful.
That.
Yeah. Think about that.
Absorb that. The most common.
Let that penetrate.
Yeah, it's nothing. No matter what murder capital of the world, coronary heart disease is the murder thing of the United States. Okay, it's going to take you. It's the main thing that takes people out. So that's why this is very important that we discuss this. The emotional block. It's interesting to note that the heart is placed virtually at the center of the body. If you are centered, you are living from the heart in a balanced state of love and trust. That is in sync with the natural flow of the universe. I'm going to say that again. If you are centered, the heart is virtually at the center of the body. If you are centered, you are living from the heart and balance and in a balanced state of love and trust. That is in sync with the natural flow. That is in sync with the natural flow of the universe. Your perspective is one of balance, and you tend to listen to the mutterings of your own heart when faced with decisions. A heart disorder is the manifestation of the opposite mindset. If you are having heart trouble, You probably tend to take everything to heart or to take things far too seriously.
Read that one again.
If you are having heart trouble, you probably tend to take everything to heart or to take things far too seriously. You are not allowing for proper flow in your life, whether it's the flow of ideas, of love, or of your very lifeblood. You are fighting the current of life to the point of physical and emotional exhaustion.
You're exhausting yourself. You're stressing yourself out, basically.
This statement makes me think of our sisters who are going through so much stress, taking on way too much, working too many jobs. And we've talked about women working, how we feel about that.
Right.
Working too many jobs, taking care of grown men.
And toxic relationships.
And taking care of, lots of children.
Lots of children.
So this is
and
the
grown
stress.
Men, childs.
Yes. Yeah, they're included in that. So women, we're not created to do those things. And these are the things that we do that we've been taught, be a strong woman and I can do anything and and I'm a strong Black woman and I'm a this and I'm a that and I'm an independent woman. These statements and this lifestyle is causing this problem for a lot of women, especially women of color, because we're in that strong Black woman syndrome.
Yes.
It is a terrible syndrome.
It's an epidemic.
It's an epidemic. And the female's not created to do that. We're literally not created for that. So,
and I just like to say, working in education, I was talking to a lady, and basically when she was talking about the coworker that had passed, she was saying, yeah, her second job called and whatever. And I was like, second job. She was like, girl, we teachers, we all got second job. And I was just like, why does it have to be like this? And it's not like a lot of people are not even living, beyond their means, but it's like everything is on them. So you have women that are juggling a full-time job, a part-time job, being the cook, the maid, the chauffeur, the coach for the child. It's like the tutor. You're doing too much and you're internalizing this stuff and it's manifesting in your body and it's turning into stress and heart disease.
Yep. And you tend to deny your own needs and fulfill other people's needs in order to be loved. In order to be loved.
Read that one again. I'm sorry, y'all. This stuff is
You tend to deny your own needs and fulfill other people's needs in order to be loved. You seek love through what you do for others.
What did we just say, though? What did we just say? You're doing too much. We as African American women are the number one people with heart disease. So it's like we said, that strong Black woman syndrome, you're doing too much. And it's turning into heart disease. And what's the use of doing all that if you're not going to be around to be there for your family in the end?
And then it says, the main message, people, the main message associated with any heart condition, everyone, is love yourself.
Let me type that in.
Listen, the book said it. The book it's in the book, okay.
And it's what we preach all the time.
It's what we always say. However, it's here. It's written down. It's a published book.
It's in black and white. Okay. Okay.
All right, let's move right along.
Okay, so that was the emotional block.
Was the emotional block
for
heart
disease, disorders.
Heart disorders, like all of them. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the mental block. The mental, y'all listening? Heart disease is an urgent message from your body to change your perception of yourself. Then we just say, love yourself.
Love yourself.
There is a need for self-validation. Fill the wellspring of love within you by changing your belief that love can come only from others. Love has to start here. It has to start in here with yourself first. Then it can radiate for others.
Yes.
You got to start with self. This whole journey that we're on is for self.
It's about self-love.
Nothing but self. Everything you experience is for your own healing, for your own learning and experiences and growth. Yes, it's all just for you. We're not here for nobody else but ourselves. They say selfishness is bad, but selfishness is the reason we're here. I'm just
selfishness, right?
Be self-love, selfish.
It's okay.
It's okay. Because you're here for you come in here alone and you leave out of here alone.
Absolutely.
Period.
That's one thing. If you're born, you're going to die. So, you might as well live this life and enjoy it and not worry about what other people have to say.
Just your spirit is here for the life lessons. Your spirit alone. My spirit is in this body to experience these life lessons.
Right.
And that's it. So I got to make myself happy so my spirit is happy so that my body will be happy.
And you have people that are on a journey that are here to, help you, guide you along the way on the journey. Or you have these gift-giving people. You got people that's giving these little negative gifts, but they are all for your growth also.
It's a gift because
it's a gift. I mean, even though when you're in the midst of the mess, it doesn't feel like, of course, it doesn't feel like a gift.
Right.
And we all talked about this before, how, it feels good to, wallow in your little self-pity. And I can't believe they did that. And you do that, you vent, you get it out, you learn the lesson and move on. So you don't end up with any heart disease. Hi, love you too. Thank you everyone for joining.
Hey Blake, what's up, girl? Okay, that's that. Now on to the next. Give yourself the love you seek, and it will always be there. You won't have to search for it. Give yourself the love you seek, and it will always be there. You will never have to search for it. Love yourself. Get in touch with your self-worth step by step. Begin by giving yourself 10 compliments a day until you begin to believe them. You are unique and very special, yet your low self-esteem does not allow you to keep some of your goodness to yourself. Become whole emotionally and spiritually, and your heart will heal as you begin to nurture it. A healthy heart no longer fears being unloved. It is able to cope with disappointment. Nothing can disturb its equilibrium. You will continue to nurture others because you want to, not because you need to prove to yourself and others that you are lovable.
You do not have anything to prove to anyone.
Nobody.
On this journey. I was talking to a good friend today, and they have come to that realization. It's always exciting when people come into their own and they realize their self-worth. And, sometimes when somebody passes away, that can, kind of turn the light bulb on. Sometimes it's, traumatic things like that. But you have to learn, you don't owe anybody anything. You have to do what's best for you on this journey. So you can learn your lessons and be a great mom or sister or whatever to others, but only when you've, taken care of yourself first. Like they say on the plane, first. Put your oxygen mask on first before you help anybody.
Yep. Save yourself.
Save yourself first.
Only you can. No one's gonna save you but you.
Save other people that don't want to be saved. It's exhausting, and it's it can be toxic. I feel like you know what I'm saying. As long as that person, if they're there for you and they're cheering you on, great. But everybody is not going to go on the same path
Uh-huh.
as you.
Right.
Everybody has a different path. Some people are fine with a mediocre, low-key life, and it's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want. But if you aspire to reach higher levels, to have more, than you need to surround yourself with those people. Like they say, you are the sum of your circle.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be the smartest one in your circle.
Yeah. All right. So now the conclusion, the spiritual block and conclusion. To uncover the spiritual block that keeps you from responding to the needs of your being, refer to the key questions. Oh, it's back.
Well, don't worry about that. We're going to keep it. Let's keep it here. Let's go over here.
That's
if you want to. Okay, so
there's more.
Okay.
No, it's the same sentence.
Okay, you want to do this one right here? Because this is what here's another. We're going to talk about heart palpitations. I know a lot of women that deal with this. It's kind of, I feel like it's rooted in anxiety.
Yeah. All right. Emotions, heart palpitations. You do not feel, so if you have heart palpitations, it is because you do not feel at peace with yourself or the world around you. You seem to be stuck between two instincts, running and fleeing and feeling frozen. You often expect the worst, which stems from a parent who used drama to instill fear and manipulate by means of guilt and shame.
Yeah, some parents that's doing that out there.
Interesting. Your adrenals are often exhausted and react to any given situation that feels remotely threatening by preparing the body to defend itself. You could have experienced a great deal of anxiety while in utero.
Was your mom stressed while she was carrying you? Was she working 2 jobs while she was carrying you?
Ladies, stop working.
Was she
while
fussing
and
fighting with the child's father while she was carrying you? If so, you experienced all of that in utero.
Moms, we are cursing our babies, giving them heart disease in utero by being stressed. Stop. Okay. Ladies, if you're pregnant, I feel very strongly about this.
I know.
If you're pregnant, don't work. Don't work. Don't work. If you fall for a guy and you want to have his baby, make sure he got a job to take care of you and that kid so you can start working.
Otherwise, have some stay-at-home options, lady.
Don't have his kid.
Stop it.
Don't do it. It's us. We are the ones who are in control of this. We're in full and 100% control of this situation.
Right.
Like if he ain't got it, don't do it.
Stop doing it to yourself. You're bringing unnecessary stress on your body.
Think ahead.
And your future child. Stop getting pregnant by men that cannot take care of you or the child,
the baby,
and has not committed to you nor the child. I was hearing about a story the other day. I'm not going to mention any names, but a young lady, mid-20s, met a guy. Only maybe they've been dating about 6 months or so, and pregnant. The young guys are still living at home with her mom. Don't do it. Stop it.
Listen, let that be a standard, like a standard. Like if he don't got a job, if he don't got his own place, if he don't got a car, you shouldn't be talking to him anyway. Ladies, shouldn't be talking to him anyway. If you think you want to have his kid, make sure he got the funds to support you and that kid. Otherwise, don't do it. If he wants the 50-50, don't do it. You can't 50-50 if you're going to be pregnant. You can't. You just can't. Look, we are bringing generations onto this planet. Okay, we are. They're in us. So we have to take care of us and them and make sure we find a provider and protector that can do that. If he can't be the proper provider and protector, Don't do it. I don't care how much you love him. Just be his friend. Don't have his baby. Don't. Okay. All right, that's my rant. On to the next. That was a long rant.
Sorry, guys. Little technical difficulties there, but we're back. I'm back.
Oh, the light went out.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
we're still
okay.
looking good. Well, not this side.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Where did I leave off? You may have felt anxiety and stress after birth.
Mhm.
This is you in utero. The first time she held you, you formed a bond with her while she was in anxious and exhausted state.
The mother.
You may have mimicked her. You may have mimicked your mother's physical and emotional behavior during stressful circumstances, especially after birth. Your mother's stress levels have been high during her pregnancy, programming the fetus to always be on alert and aware of what is going on in the environment. The heart beats fast to prepare the body to defend itself from a possible threat, even though the threat never reveals itself. This could be related to abuse or stressful circumstances during childhood.
Whew. I feel like, I have a comment. I feel like that has a lot to do with these children coming up now with ADHD, learning behaviors, learning disorders and stuff. I feel like, but these kids, they're anxious. They're off the wall. They're labeled bad kids, and they're not. I've worked with them. They're not bad kids. They're anxious. They have anxiety. Their issues are rooted in anxiety because their mom was probably stressed out. There you go. Stressed out when she was pregnant with them because she was dealing with some old funky man or something, and the situation wasn't right, or she was just stressed. She was working so much she didn't really have time to enjoy the pregnancy and really nurture that baby before he got here. So just another reason why you need to have no stress in our life, ladies. Okay.
No working.
All right.
So we're going to do giving and showing love. Giving and showing love caused you to feel like you were losing a part of yourself. It's easier to love others outside of the family. This is because you walk away. It will be less painful to lose them as there is not a strong enough attachment. You had a love-hate relationship with your parents and or caretaker, leaving you distrustful and unable to love. Love equals hostility. Key points. Okay, that's the.
All right.
Let's see. That was the heart emotions for heart.
Sorry, guys. The light is working again, so I'm just moving the camera a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about. There you go. We're going to talk about the heart disease risk factors and warning. These will be the physical risk factors. So with heart disease, you want to do? What do you want me to do?
How about you take this
one? Okay. So heart disease risk factors and warning signs. So risk factors could be, and this is for all cardiovascular disorders, high blood pressure, heart disease, especially a type of arrhythmia, which is a irregular heartbeat, smoking, diabetes, high blood cholesterol, obesity, and poor diet, which I believe we kind of always touch on those issues. Warning signs: numbness or weakness in the face, arm, or leg, difficulty speaking, severe dizziness, loss of balance or coordination, sudden dimness, loss of vision, sudden intense headache, brief loss of consciousness. If you are experiencing any of these issues, we advise you to run or have someone take you or call 911 because it's so important. Minutes matter. That even when you talk about stroke, they have medications now that if you arrive at the emergency room within the 2 hours of those stroke symptoms, it can be stopped and it can stop the stroke from causing any damage. So that's like a blessing. Like we always say, the medical industry has their place.
Yes.
So when you talk about emergency situations, trauma, you need to go to the emergency room. Once you get your test done, you get medically stable, then you need to look into holistic, herbal remedies to try to, heal yourself, get yourself off the medications. But yes, you should utilize the emergency room because you taking a herb right when it happened. No, go get medically stable first. You put that little disclaimer out there, okay?
I definitely always say that in my book. I say, even if you, follow these, this is supposed to be used along with your doctor's treatments. Not alone.
Once you become medically stable. So when you're talking high blood pressure, so you have hypertension, hypotension. So hypertension is high blood pressure, which is usually, usually 140 to 159. That would be stage 1. It's pre-hypertension, they think 120 to 139. Stage 2 would be 160 and higher. Diastolic, 80 or less would be normal. So normal blood pressure would be 120 over 80. I think mine usually runs like 110 over 70, something like that or whatever. So I know if mine gets above that, then I'm like, what I'm stressing about, what am I feeling, which it doesn't really, but if it is, sometimes you're just anxious about different things. Let me see. Then we can let's talk about some type of herbs that can help you with it, with hypertension, heart disease. Ginkgo biloba. I didn't know that was good for heart disease. That's good for the brain also, for memory and brain fog. So it says it can benefit the cardiovascular system by preventing the formation of free radicals. So it says take a ginkgo extract containing 24% ginkgo flavin, whatever that is, glycosides, grapeseed extract, which can lower the blood pressure, which can cause heart disease. Consuming 1/4 cup of tomato sauce or 3 medium-sized tomatoes per day can have a beneficial effect due to the lycopene, which is a natural antioxidant. Let me see. Harvard University researchers found that middle-aged women who consume that amount of lycopene were 30% less likely to develop heart disease than women who got less lycopene. Hawthorn. Hawthorn berries are good also for hypertension. It increases the blood flow and lowers blood pressure. So those are good herbs to use once you've, not when you're I'm having a heart, I'm having chest pains, I'm having arm nothing, trying to take a herb. No, once you went to the doctor, you got medically stable, you got your test, and they're like, they diagnosed you with this disease disorder, then you can say, okay, I want to start incorporating some herbal remedies into my diet or into my lifestyle. And also black seed oil. I have several clients who started taking black seed oil and their pressure has dropped. Okay. But I would say when you're taking it, you want to, anyway, if you've been diagnosed with hypertension, you want to make sure that you have a blood pressure cuff because you want to be checking it. You want to be taking notes on if your blood pressure is going up, if it's going down. That way you can kind of track the triggers, what's triggering, what's making it go up. And then you can think about, hey, what happened that day? Did I have an argument with somebody? Was I not feeling well? Was I in pain? Pain also can cause your blood pressure to go up. So that's another reason. This is good for all types of pain also. But there was a guy who was taking the black seed oil and still taking his blood pressure pill. and it was dropping too low. So that's what I'm saying. You want to make sure that you have a blood pressure cuff and you're monitoring your blood pressure so you can say, okay, well, now I'm going to kind of wean myself off of it. And, you can always tell your doctor what you're taking, tell them, and I tell anybody, I sell this, but do your own research, do your own due diligence on it. It's tons of videos on YouTube. It's tons of articles on black seed oil, and do your own due diligence. And if you feel like that's something you want to add to your life, I'm here for ya.
And what I do with hypertension patients, and I have a really good friend that I treat with his hypertension, and I give him a juice remedy that lowers his blood pressure to where he doesn't have to take his medicine every day. So and other foods for high blood pressure, celery, because celery is a natural diuretic. And high blood pressure medicine is just a diuretic. Yeah. So celery is a natural diuretic. I do like a celery. I actually have a video on YouTube for my high blood pressure juice. It's I think my YouTube channel is Love Everlasting on YouTube. Anyway, so I have a juice for that, and also another food that helps increase blood flow is red pepper and beets. Beets cause the body to create new red blood cells. It causes blood flow. And I noticed it said tomato. I've noticed that most red vegetables contribute to a healthy heart and healthy everything dealing with the heart and your valves and your arteries. Cherries, strawberries. I mean, cherries like in the shape of a heart. Yeah. Kidney beans, tomatoes, apples, all red, beets, red fruits and vegetables. It's almost like common sense. The foods that help us are here. It's like nature is telling us what to eat. So
God put everything on earth. It's in the Bible. For people that follow the Bible, everything was placed on earth that can heal us. So you just have to believe that you can be healed from these disorders and get to the root cause of it.
Yeah, deal with the spiritual, emotional root. Right. And then once you deal with that, you can also
deal with the physical symptoms.
And then deal with the physical with herbs and foods and vegetables and black seed oil.
You're right. There you go. There we go.
And nutrition coaches.
There we go. Get it popping. Okay, let's get it popping. All right. So we don't know. Let me see if there are any questions regarding hypertension. If you guys have any questions regarding heart disease, put them in the box below. I don't see anything.
Any questions on Facebook?
Facebook or Instagram? Let me see. Water. That's funny. It says drink steamed distilled water. Get at least 10 8-ounce glasses a day. One study found that men who drank at least 5 glasses of water every day had a 51% lower risk for heart disease than those that did not. For women, the risk of heart disease was 35% lower. And I think a lot of people need to drink more water anyway. A lot of people are dehydrated. Yeah. Which can cause you anxiety, cause you brain fog. Your organs. Headaches. Your body needs water to live. Our body is 70, I think it's 70% water. So your organs, you need to hydrate your organs on the inside. You're dealing with dry skin. It's like you need more water. Dry lips means you're dehydrated. Yeah. So, okay. So I guess we will move on. You all have any questions, please place them in the comment section below. We're going to move on to diabetes. So I guess I'll start out with the emotional cause of diabetes. So, all right. So physical block for diabetes. Diabetes is a disturbance in the metabolism from lack of insulin secreted by the pancreas or from its inability to function normally. 85% of adults diagnosed with diabetes are overweight. That weight has a lot to do with a lot of disorders. And the last thing you want is to be diabetic and be overweight, and you start getting the numbness and the tingling in your feet, and which is called neuropathy, because that's going to affect you being able to drive. Because if you can't feel the pedal, you can end up having an accident. I knew a man who had diabetes, had neuropathy in his feet. He stepped on a nail and did not know it. Okay. And with diabetes, you end up with poor circulation. The toe got infected, and he ended up having to have it amputated. So this diabetes, that I tell people, diabetes is one of the worst because it's like long suffering from what I've seen in the hospital. It's like long suffering because you can end up in a diabetic coma. You can end up with the neuropathy, end up with amputations. You can end up blind. I mean, it affects your whole body.
All because of what you ate.
Right. Because you decided I'm not going to move.
Oh, yes.
You can't do that.
A lot of these issues that we're discussing are also they're also preventable, and they're brought on by a bad diet, a poor diet.
Yeah, it's a poor diet.
So, and that's where we come in. So,
okay. So let's see. So people with diabetes are subject to episodes of both high and low blood sugar. The symptoms of hyperglycemia, which is too much glucose in the blood, often include fatigue, constant need to urinate, extreme thirst, constantly feeling hungry, loss of weight, and problems with eyesight. Episodes of hypoglycemia, which is less than normal amounts of glucose in the blood, which strike suddenly, can be caused by a missed meal, too much exercise, or a reaction to too much insulin. Everything needs to be balanced. Too much of anything can send your blood sugar up or down. So we just have to learn how to balance out our life. The initial signs of hypoglycemia are hunger, dizziness, sweating, confusion, palpitations, and numbness or tingling of the lips. If not treated, the individual may go on to experience double vision, trembling, and disorientation, may act strange, and may eventually lapse into a coma. I remember when I was in elementary school, and my granddad, he went into a diabetic coma, and it was like he didn't know who he was. He was like taking his clothes off and just talking out of his head or whatever. And I remember my grandmother had to call the ambulance to come get him, but his blood sugar, had dropped, was low, and you just got to take care of yourself, people. Yeah, you get these diagnoses, you just got to know how to, take care of yourself with it. Let me see. Okay, so those were the physical symptoms. So let's talk about the emotional block for diabetes. The pancreas is the gland linked with the solar plexus. So the solar plexus would be, is that right by that? That's the middle, above or below the belly button?
That is, I think, I don't know if it's above
solar plexus. I think it's below. Let's look. We like to tell the truth here at the Goddess Lab. There are no dumb questions, guys. So let's see. I used to know this stuff. Let's see. Okay, found in the pit of the stomach in front of the aorta. It's part of the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so the solar plexus is located in the pit of the stomach in front of the aorta. So in front of your heart, I guess, like right here. Your stomach is actually here, not the intestine, but the stomach is actually on the left side. Which deals with emotion, desires, and all intellectual activities. Pancreatic disorders indicate imbalance on the emotional level. If you are a diabetic, you are often very emotional and have too many desires for yourself and others. You want everyone to have a slice of the pie, but you can also be envious if someone has more than you. You are a devoted person, but you expect too much from yourself and others. You tend to blame yourself readily for others' dissatisfaction. You also tend to expend excessive energy and mental activity researching the means necessary to respond to your needs. This behavior is caused by an inner sadness from an unmet desire to be loved.
It's the same as the heart problem.
Everything goes back to self-love, man. For real. Let me read that one again. This behavior is caused by an inner sadness from an unmet desire to be loved. That's wow. I mean, it's like we say, you gotta love yourself.
I remember one of our guests that we've had on the Goddess Suite, Raj, or he told me that if you have a craving for sweets,
that's another one.
That means your lack of love. It means you need sweet in your life, love in your life. So
you know what? That's true, because I read before, if you have diabetes, the sweetness has been taken out of your life. I said, wow.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to a friend and they were dealing with that, and I was like, and I kind of broke it down to them. I'm like, do you see how the sweetness has been taken out of your life? They were going through something at the time. It's so true, guys. Please believe that.
Yeah.
It's not just the physical sense. Yes, exercise and diet does play a part, but the emotional piece of having these diseases also plays a big part.
It's very important.
And then it talks about juvenile diabetes. So juvenile diabetes may manifest in children who feel insufficiently acknowledged. They are exhibiting an inner emptiness that seeks some form of compensation. And that's on the rise too.
It is.
Childhood diabetes
and type 2 and type 1. It's definitely increasing. Also, a lot of kids are weight and
they're not getting that physical activity,
and it's like parents, moms in particular, and dads, they're working, they're stressed, they're coming, they're going to McDonald's and fast food places,
picking up something quick,
Chick-fil-A, and feeding our babies. And we know we're feeding our babies. I mean, I've been guilty of it. I've done it. But every day, some moms and dads are doing it daily. It's quicker. You know, then you got to come home. You got to do homework. You got to do all this stuff and get ready for the next day. And you just want to go into that drive-through and grab the kids something to eat, a Happy Meal or whatever.
So they can eat on the way home. And by the time you walk through the door, you're doing homework for the next 2 hours.
So, I mean, I get it. However, we really have got to take the time and really take good care of our babies. They didn't ask to be here.
They did.
So yeah, but that's what we have to
know they're young. I mean,
they don't.
When you got little kids, it's like when you think 8, 9, 10 or whatever. I mean, even teenagers. 16 is a short amount of time to be on this earth. They're still learning stuff. And I know I say for myself, I feel like I'm a lifelong learner. I'm going to learn until the day I close my eyes and transition out of here. And some things you just have to say, is this worth it? Is my child happy? You know, because you don't want your child's childhood to just be stress, high stress all the time with you fussing about homework or, you know, projects or these, you know, grades or whatever. You know, they'll be fine. You know, if you're setting a great example for them, they'll be okay. They will be okay. So next, let me see. Let's talk about the mental block. Mentally,
we're talking about diabetes.
Diabetes. Okay, for those who are just tuning in. Diabetes is a signal that you need to learn to let go and let things happen at their own pace. Stop trying to control the course of events. You need to realize that it is not your purpose to make everyone else happy. In addition, others may not necessarily want what you want for them, or they might not desire it as intensely. Acknowledge all of the goodness that flows freely in your life. Become mindful of the moment and taste each moment in all its delicious glory. Don't let yourself be distracted by what you may want tomorrow. Accept that even though you may have been unable to fulfill a very important desire in the past, you can still enjoy smaller ones in the moment. If you are a young child or adolescent with juvenile diabetes, stop thinking that you are the forgotten child. Find yourself and your place in the family. Wow. That's
Give
deep.
your babies love.
The babies need love. They're suffering from diabetes. They're feeling like, where do I belong? You know? And sometimes, we know it's hard. Sometimes moms that have multiple kids, that's just, it's a lot of love you have to, kind of spread around. But you have to, I think, make time for the babies and give them all their own personal time. So they're not, mentally, if they're physically already dealing with the diabetes, they're not mentally, feeling like, oh, I'm the forgotten one, So let me see. That was that. What's next? I think we got more emotional. We got some more emotional parts of diabetes. You want to do that one?
You can do the emotional without the herbs.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about the emotions for type 1 diabetes. Now remember, there are two types of diabetes. We have type 1, which can occur at any age, but it seems that a common age for this condition be diagnosed as one in one's 30s. You have type 1, it means that the pancreas produces not enough insulin, and the body's immune system actually destroys insulin producing cells in the pancreas. Now, with type 2, the pancreas actually still produces insulin, but the body does not produce enough or is not able to use it effectively. I have also learned that doctors seem to think that diabetes are not really a condition that surfaces because there is a history of it in the ancestry line. And me, for myself, I don't subscribe to it runs in my family. Like I heard a man say, oh yeah, cancer run in my family. It's just like, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like certain diseases just, you attract them because of whatever it is going on with you.
What'll run in your family is the emotional problems, the heart, the feeling of not being loved or not being wanted or don't have a place. That may run in the family, or even the eating habits that have been passed down from generation to generation. And your ancestry. That is what runs in the family. Diseases don't run in the family.
No. Don't believe the hype. Because then if you believe that, then you will attract that. We create our life. So if you believe I'm going to get hypertension. Oh, hypertension runs in the family. I already knew I was going to be on blood pressure pills by such. I hate. Not a lot of things I hate. I hate when people talk like that. Yeah. I just feel like it's ignorance.
And it's like you just gave up.
You gave up. You just going to subscribe to this diagnosis. You know what I'm saying?
Or everyone gets cancer.
Oh, everybody get. I've heard. Oh yeah, my mother had had blood pressure or sugar. It's like
that's crazy.
I'm telling you, we have to listen. We have to listen to what we're saying. And it's like, does this even make sense? And I just like, yeah, okay. Anyway, get you some black seed oil to help with this ancestry, this diabetes and hypertension that's running in your family, and watch it get reversed. Okay?
Right, because a good diet and eating habits can restructure your DNA. You can reset and retrain your DNA.
Yes.
So you can't even say that. Oh, it's in my. No, it's not. Let's go ahead and redo this.
Yes.
Let's reset this DNA with good herbs, good nutrition, good mindset, meditation, positive thinking, positive energy, get your chakras in line. There's ways around all of this stuff.
It is.
I mean, I've lived through a lot of ish.
Yes.
And I have crystals that have helped me, all type of alternative
many things
that help me.
And you have to find out what works and stuff. And I hate when people say And like I say, hate is a struggle. I hate when people say, "Oh no, I can't afford that," but then you see you posting, you have Ruth Chris, you can afford eating out. You know what I'm saying? Feeding these diseases, but you can afford to treat them, to get massages, to get colonics. You know what I'm saying? To get your chakra balance, to get Reiki, and to buy herbs, and it's like we have to start putting money where it matters, putting money towards your wellness so that you can be around for a long time and stop subscribing to, oh, I just knew I was going to have it. I already know I'm going to have to take this high blood pressure pill for the rest of my life. But guess what? The minute you stop taking that pill, your blood pressure going to go back up and you'll be back at risk for something else. Or you're going to take that high blood pressure pill for so many years, it's going to mess up your kidneys. And guess what? You're going to be on kidney dialysis.
Yep.
So keep subscribing to It Runs in the Family, and you not even try herbal remedies. You don't even try
to
it.
Heal the body.
Like you don't love yourself enough, right? To try a natural remedy. I mean, that's some low self-esteem.
Nothing to lose.
Right.
Except for the disease.
Right. Come, girl. Say that. Girl, hold on. I got to write that one down.
You got nothing to lose except for the disease.
Okay. I love it. Lose. We be coming up with something. Goddess Lounge taught you.
That's our little saying.
That's our little saying. Hashtag Goddess Lounge taught you. You have nothing to lose but the disease.
Yeah. We're going to talk about herbs for diabetes. Now, I'm going to say something about herbs. This is what I learned when I took when I studied holistic nutrition. That there is no medication, no prescription that can heal your body better than an herb.
Right.
Herbs are here on this planet to heal our bodies. Herbs, okay? Herbs. So the herbs that help with diabetes is bean pod tea, made up of kidney, white, navy, lima, and northern beans. It detoxifies the pancreas. I did not know that.
Need to put some in the crock pot or your pressure cooker. Make a soup.
Right. Now, bitter melon, I did know about this one. Bitter melon. It also has another Asian, because it's an Asian vegetable. It's a vegetable, even though it says melon, and you can get it at like an international market. It looks like something between a star fruit and a cucumber.
Okay.
So the bitter melon, that does it, and I can't pronounce it.
Ayurvedic medicine.
Ayurvedic medicine.
Yeah. To regulate.
Yeah. Okay. Our herbal remedies use Ayurvedic medicine to regulate blood sugar levels. Cedar berries are excellent nourishment for the pancreas. Dandelion root protects the liver. Yes, that's a good liver detox.
And colon.
Which converts.
Girl, let me tell you something. That dandelion honey, your colon will be like, woo, like a slippery little slide.
Yes, we all for colon.
We all for colon
cleansing and digestive regulation.
80% of disease starts in the colon.
And health is in your digestive system. A good digestive system equals good health.
And you wonder why you got brain fog because your gut all jacked up.
Yeah, because we gotta push those chemicals out.
Yes, there's a brain and gut connection. Scientists have finally said, researchers have finally said, doctors have finally said that it's a connection with the brain and the gut.
You have got to clear them toxins out because they will start to poison you.
Yes.
So dandelion root protects the liver, which converts nutrients into glucose. Note, if you suffer from bladder problems, avoid large quantities of dandelion. Fenugreek seeds have been shown to reduce cholesterol and blood sugar levels. This can be purchased under the brand Same Sugar Down. I guess that's a brand.
I haven't heard of
So,
that one.
yep. So we have bean pod tea, which is kidney, white, navy, lima, and northern beans. They detoxify the pancreas. So, and I'm gonna talk on the pancreas because Tahuti Mara, who is a herbalist who we love,
Yes,
and who has taught us so much. He wrote an article about the pancreas and diabetes. In his article, he said that what's happening with diabetes is the pancreas is covered, the portion of the pancreas that secretes insulin is clogged with mucus. You know, mucus is the cause of disease. Yeah, mucus. And he said the pancreas, the secretion valve is clogged with mucus. So when it says that dandelion will detoxify the pancreas, that is significant. Because if you're not secreting enough insulin, it's because your pancreas is mucus there. And mucus is the cause for so many diseases in the body. And the reason why we produce more mucus in our body is when our body is trying to protect itself from chemicals that we're putting in. When we keep putting in certain chemicals, dairy is one of them that your body will secrete and produce so much mucus to protect itself. Right. The body is constantly trying to maintain homeostasis, which is balance, and to heal itself. Every cell in the body is programmed to heal itself. So, and when all of this mucus is coming through your body, it's because something you're putting in, it doesn't belong, and that is trying to protect itself. Right. Or
the environment. Sometimes, the outside, the pollution outside, or it could be inside, could have dust inside, could be household chemical things you're cleaning with. It can cause, you're inhaling that, so
your body will produce the mucus to protect
it. And so the body needs some mucus, but not most bodies. Most people have an overload of mucus.
Too much. It's too much. Okay, so I was going back over already. So then we have the beans. So those beans detoxify the pancreas. And bitter melon, gynema, and sylvestre, and gulvel, Tenosepora cordifo are herbal remedies in Ayurvedic medicine to regulate blood sugar levels. We will post these herbs in the description on our YouTube video. So you have to go to the YouTube channel,
subscribe, and share.
And you can read these herbs.
They go a few more if you want to read those.
And let's see, ginseng tea is believed to lower blood sugar levels. Caution, do not use this herb if you have high blood pressure. Huckleberry helps to promote insulin production. Juniper berries have been found to lower blood glucose levels. Other herbs that may be beneficial for diabetes include bilberry, buchu, dandelion root, golden seal, and uva ursi. Caution, do not take golden seal on a daily basis for more than 1 week at a time, and do not use it during pregnancy. If you have a history of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or glaucoma, use golden seal only under a doctor's supervision.
All right.
All your herbs.
Those are the herbs for
diabetes.
Disease of diabetes. So I don't know if anyone out there has any questions or comments for us tonight. You want to give her some hearts? We welcome the hearts. Make sure you share this video on your page and so forth. Yeah. I just feel like so many things can just be naturally remedied, unless it's like we talked about, unless it's trauma. You broke an arm or leg. Of course, you need to don't try. No herbs is going to heal that, but you need to go to the doctor and an orthopedic doctor and let them fix that. But for other things like chronic conditions, most of them can be reversed with diet and exercise and overall mind wellness.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people are just stressed out and they're sick.
Yeah. It is these food-borne illnesses, diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure. Well, that's the same. Kidney problems. People that don't drink water.
Yeah.
They just don't. There are people that don't drink water.
Yeah, they just drink soda
and
juice and things all the time.
Ooh, orange juice. I got orange. That's not a good thing to drink. I saw a video where someone, I didn't even watch it. Someone did like 100 days of just drinking orange juice every day.
And what happened?
I didn't even look at the whole thing, but that ain't healthy.
No.
Orange juice a cup of orange juice is equivalent to drinking a Coca-Cola in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, the chemicals and the sugar.
Yeah, unless you juice it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes. So
it's about like that guy that did the documentary that ate the McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Was it 30 days or 60 days?
Yeah, he had some lasting health issues as a result of that.
Really?
He did.
I know he had a fatty liver.
What was that one called?
Oh my gosh, I can't think of it.
It wasn't Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It was the other one.
No, let me see if I can find that one.
What's the other one? So, but these heart issues with women, it's really increasing. More women are having a lot of heart issues, and it's because we're, like I went on my rant earlier, we're overdoing it. We're putting too much stress on ourselves. Trying to be the strong woman, the independent, strong woman. No.
Don't exist. Just be a woman. Just be.
Just be.
We are human beings. We are supposed to just be being. Okay?
Yeah, just be.
And when you add all the rest of the stuff in, that's why we're stressed and, we're dealing with pain, fibromyalgia, hypertension, anxiety, depression. We're gonna talk about that depression on another show. There's so many health issues that's plaguing our community. It's too many to discuss within 1 hour.
Yeah.
But okay, that documentary was called Super Size Me.
Yeah.
So if you can find that one, that's when the guy
said that.
Oh my gosh.
And he said that you know what? It's like I'm craving it now because there are chemicals. There are chemicals in that food, in that processed food that make you want it more and more.
Yeah.
It's like a drug. Because I noticed, I say back in like 2013 and 2014, I stopped all processed food, stopped eating all chemicals. I was like going hard in the paint. And so,
yeah.
I mean, I didn't eat cookies, I didn't eat chips, I didn't eat nothing. I didn't drink soda. I still don't drink soda, but
yeah.
I have to eat cookies and chips now. But when I noticed when I starting to eat it, I started to crave it.
Yeah.
And want it more and want it more. And it's the drugs it's the drugs and chemicals in the food, but it also because you're eating so much sugar, you're creating parasites. And then the parasites want more sugar.
Yeah.
And the parasites are just trying to get more and more sugar. And so it's just like, it's hard. And then once you're on it, it's hard to get off. It's like crack. It's hard to get off of it.
You'll hear a lot of herbalists say sugar is a drug. It's just as bad as, crack, ecstasy, heroin. What's the stuff they're doing now? Opioids. It's an addiction. And so if you think about it, like you have women who love sugar. And so you're pregnant you're eating all that sugar. So it's like your baby's coming here addicted, not to drugs, but they're addicted to sugar, already. And I see people giving little babies juice, and I'm just like, juice, hold off on that for as long as possible. Yes. Give that baby some water. My girl was like, give that baby some water. Doctor, oh no, they can't have water for the first year. Wow. I mean, I don't even know. That's craziness. Old school, give that baby some water after a couple months,
water. I remember my baby, he was not allowed to have sugar. No sugar at all. He never had sugar. On his first birthday, when he had a cake, my sister made him a cake. He was a 1-year-old baby. He wouldn't eat the cake. He looked at me first until I told him, yes, you can have cake. Yeah. Because he knew he wasn't supposed to have no sugar. Right. At 1 year old, that baby knew. So, right. He had never had sugar until that day. And then after that, it was no more. We didn't do sugar. I didn't do sugar, no candy. I didn't buy sugary cereals. He only ate cereal and oatmeal. I mean, Cheerios and oatmeal. Yeah. That was it. No, none of those. I still don't buy those sugary cereals. No. That stuff is nothing but candy for your babies in the morning. It's not.
Yeah. And I see kids eating candy all the time. Like, I mean, I may take my son trick-or-treating, but what I usually do, I'll be like, okay, let me put it up here, get some later. And he's not a kid that eats candy like that all the time. So he forget about, like, I threw out a big bucket full of candy probably for the past 2 years because we forgot about it. I'm just like, it's no need for it, And I think I showed, you all probably saw, those that follow me on Instagram, I had this, what was it called? It was like gluten-free vegan cookie dough. Oh my gosh, those were the best cookies ever. Wow. I made them. I was like, we were tearing them up. I mean, they came out. We put them, scooped them up, used a tablespoon to scoop them up and put them in the pan, put them on some parchment paper. And they came out so soft. Oh, yeah. And you didn't feel full, afterwards. So.
Yeah, I buy gluten-free cookies because now I have a gluten allergy. And I know I shouldn't say those words, but it's because once I started eating salads every day and eating kale every day for a period of time when I first switched over to vegan, I cleared everything out of my body. I cleared the good bacteria and the bad bacteria out. So when I cleared the good bacteria out, then I started getting sensitive to things, certain foods. And my sensitivity to certain foods just all of a sudden appeared. And it was because everything I think you need to take probiotics and I wasn't consciously detoxing, right? But I was detoxing by eating that salad every single day. Right. But so that happened. And so I just have to put good bacteria back in. Right. And so because that's what happens. It's the body is, I'm a nutrition coach, but I don't know everything. Right.
As we said,
I learn as I go. And
we're lifelong learners. Yeah. So we tell you something and we come back and we're like, look, we found out.
You got to take them probiotics if you're going to be doing a real deep detox.
Having said, that kombucha is good. Yeah, it's a good probiotic to have to use.
And I do the apple cider vinegar with the mother every day in my salad, but it's still not enough bacteria. Yeah, not enough good bacteria. Like, that happened to me too when I did my first colon cleanse. Oh, okay. It was everything. Everything was taken out.
What did you use? Juice or herbs?
No, I went to a hydro.
Okay.
Therapist.
Oh, I didn't know you had a colonic before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to a hydrotherapist and had a colonic, and I didn't take probiotics after, and I just had this reaction to an onion. Like I went to a salad bar and was eating salad and had this huge reaction.
What happened?
From eating the onion.
Wow.
I was like, my sister goes, you have to have probiotics. I was like, oh yeah. I didn't even know.
They should have told you that.
She should have.
They should have told you.
So
I remember my first colonic. There's a goddess we're going to bring back on the show. We had her on when we had our Goddess Suite radio show, Moya. But I remember when I got my colonic and I was looking through, because you could see through the little machine that it's taking all the waste out. And I was like, I'm looking, and the lady's like, you eat a lot of pasta, a lot of breads. And that time, this was like more than 10 years ago, or whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I saw some corn floating in the tank. And I was like, I looked at her and I said, I have not had corn in like a long time. She was like, corn does not digest. I was like, oh my God. It was so wild. It was so wild. But I mean, I was talking to another coworker the other day who it's been about a year. She's like, I'm gonna get, she's probably watching. I'm gonna get you, girl. She was like, I'm gonna get that collide. I'm telling people it's nothing to be scared of. It's about this much, maybe goes in, right here. Maybe this, not even that. It's like that much goes in your bottom, your buttocks, your anal cavity. It's Vaseline on it. It's a muscle. It expands. It's a little round piece, maybe like that, or whatever. And then the water comes in. It goes up. You're laying flat on your back. Then you move to the stomach so it can move up your colon, then move over, ascending, then descending part of your colon. So it's not like, it's nothing sexual about it, because we know men that have stigmas, and it was a lady that wanted to, she was thinking about getting her son's have a lot of gut issues and stuff like that, but she was like, her husband may say something. It's like, it's nothing sexual about it. And I think when it comes to health, we need to teach our children, look, this is for your health. Now you either going to take something internally, or you're going to get this colonic. But a colonic is good because it gets higher up in the colon and brings all of that waste out. And that's what you want.
Out. It's got to come out.
Yeah, you got to.
It got to come out.
A lot of men walking around, your colon can hold up to 60 pounds. Your colon is as tall as you are. So people, I'm regular. Everybody's constipated.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got a gut, that's hit up in there.
Yes.
That is some undigested food. You got undigested food from last week, from last month.
Oh my gosh.
It's got to come, it got to come out. And then once you start getting, when you start getting this, that's when you start getting all of these issues we just discussed. The diabetes, the hypertension, the heart problems, the problems with your arteries. You have to see a coronary doctor. Get the name of it.
Cardiologist.
And you don't want to be on that. You don't want to do that. So we got to really have to take care of our gut health. Be careful what you put in, because you are what you eat.
Yes.
You are what you eat.
Women want those flat stomachs, but it's like, I would say, I always tell women, start with, I would start with a colon cleanser, start with the colonic, get the bad stuff out, so that when you're taking the good stuff, it can add your colon, well, not your colon, your intestines can actually absorb the good stuff. Because otherwise you're just taking all these vitamins, your body's like, yeah, okay, and it's getting stuck up in pockets, and you're wondering, that vitamin don't work. No. Your colon ain't working. Your colon is
clogged.
Thank you.
Clogged up.
Right. Your colon is backed up. And it's like, do. You know what I'm saying? It's not working. So
it's just sitting there.
It is.
With all of the junk.
With all the other junk. But once you clear out your stomach, because even I was telling the coworker, I was like, I said, when you cleanse out your colon, because I remember when I do it, because I'm always taking something and trying to keep my colon cleansed out. I said, you'll feel the difference when you drink something, and it's like you will feel the liquid traveling all the way down, all the way through your colon, like it's supposed to do, versus just drinking something and it's like you don't even feel it past here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are constipated up to here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Most people are.
Most people are.
They don't even know you're supposed to pass after every meal. After every meal, you're supposed to pass.
Yes, we're supposed to. We're supposed to use the bathroom. Uh-oh, sorry guys.
Technical difficulties.
We live, guys. Sorry. Someone said the comments was covered. I was trying to move it back a little bit. Let's see. Hope that's better. Try to put it this way. But yeah. So you have to keep your colon cleansed. And I think just put good stuff in it, Talk to the experts.
Yeah, talk to Stacy Love Yourself Nutrition Coaching, Holistic Gal, Hope Prayer. Got that black seed oil for you. Cure everything but death.
There's a cure for everything but death. It's in the Quran. It talks about it. And this black seed oil is pure, one of the purest ones on the market, and it's from Ethiopia. And I ship. So if you would like some black seed oil, then contact me, hit me up on your inbox, and we can make that happen, or send me an email at goddesslounge2020@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram. I am that goddess. I am also on Instagram as Holistic Gals.
And keep a lookout. We're going to end up opening up a herbal shop.
We're putting that out there.
We're going to open up a herbal shop. We're just looking for a location right now. So it's about to be on and popping. Herbal shop in the making.
Yes, it may start now. We may start out online. May not be able to do, a brick and mortar right away, but this is our passion. We love helping people heal, and we feel like God is really, He's on our side, and we're creating some beautiful music.
Yes.
Some beautiful things are definitely in the works. Everything is lining up. I mean, we speak stuff and then it happens.
Yeah.
So
we have a show about that.
Check it out. Yes, check out some of our previous shows. This is episode number 10. We have 9 other shows. Check us out on YouTube. Yep. That's where they are saved. They're saved on Facebook also. Subscribe, like, and share.
Don't forget to follow us on the gram.
Yes. We post funny memes.
Yes.
We're interactive. So make sure you connect with us. I don't see. Let me check YouTube to see if we have any questions. If not, we are going to conclude this show for the night. And we will be back next Friday. Not sure what the topic is yet. We may have a special guest. We are working on it. So maybe someone extra, sitting here with us.
Might have a guest.
We're going to work on that. So everybody just have a blessed night. Be healthy, be well, be charming, be happy, be good, and love yourself.
Get the book. Love yourself.
Get the oil.
Coaching, nutrition for people with sickle cell. I know everybody knows somebody with sickle cell.
Let's heal. 2020 is about the year of healing self and loving yourself. So
it's on Amazon.
Check it out.
All right, we love y'all. Peace and blessings. I was looking at this video of myself from like 3 years ago, and I was like, peace and blessings. This is Sister Love. I was like, I remember her.
I know. Bring her back. Everybody's been asking for when y'all coming back? When y'all come? We're back now. So subscribe, like, and share.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. See y'all next Friday. Good night. Let's see. Bye.